Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have another slow cooker recipe for you. It's called lazy lasagna ravioli. It was sent to me by my buddy Tyler, and it's pretty simple to make. It's got just a few ingredients. However, his recipe involves the use of jarred sauce. I am going to omit the jar sauce and make a meat sauce of my own. A very inexpensive yet quite delicious meat sauce to go with this lasagna. So with no further ado, let's head over to my tiny little kitchen and get started. Now, making a pasta sauce doesn't have to be complicated. It can be very simple with simple ingredients and still be absolutely delicious. That's what we're going to do here today. So let's go over here and get started. And here's what we're going to be using in today's recipe. I have 1.5 pounds of Italian sausage, salt, pepper, 2-pound bag of shredded mozzarella cheese, Italian seasoning, granulated garlic, tomato paste, tomato sauce, cheese ravioli, just frozen cheese ravioli, some leftover diced onion, some leaf oregano, 3 whole tomatoes, and some fresh garlic. So here we have our 1.5 pounds of Italian sausage. This is regular Italian, this is spicy Italian. We're gonna get that in the pan, get it cooked off. I have some bacon fat, about a tablespoon of bacon fat cooking here. Just gonna get that in there, get that cooked off. Once it's cooked off, we're gonna remove it from the pan, and then we will add a little bit more fat and saute off our onions. All right, well, that's starting to look pretty good. Make sure all the pink is gone out of it. And we're going to transfer it over to this bowl I have right here and get started on our onions. Now I got about 2 teaspoons of bacon fat melted up in here. Now I'm going to take this half an onion that I already had chopped up from a previous recipe. We're going to get that sauteed off real quick. And once that gets translucent, then we're going to add our tomato paste and our garlic, give that a little saute before we move forward. All right, those are getting pretty translucent. Now I'm going to take about 2 teaspoons of tomato paste. We're going to fry that off. Now, while we're at it, might as well dump our garlic that we just chopped up. I just added a 29-ounce can of tomato sauce, and now we put in our seasonings. And here I added 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay, I got these 3 whole tomatoes. First thing I'm going to do is take off that core, and we're going to divide them into four pieces. We're going to divide them up. All right, now we're going to put these in the sauce. Now the idea here is to cook them with the lid on long enough for the meat to soften up and the skins will peel off, and then we're going to go in and retrieve those skins. All right, I got some of this leaf oregano. I'm just going to chop some of it up, and we're going to sprinkle that in there so it gets all those oils going.
Our tomatoes are still pretty solid. We want those softened up real good, and then those skins will fall off and we can start smashing the tomatoes into the sauce. All right, let's have a look. See it? That's what I'm talking about. You want all that, those skins off. All right. Okay, now we're going to add our meat. I got my meat right here in the bowl, already drained and ready to go. Just get that in there without making a huge mess like I just did. And we're gonna let this simmer for about 20 minutes. I want those tomatoes to be completely dissolved. All right, now that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna give it a taste test and see where we're at. We might need some more seasoning. Probably gonna need some more salt. Nope, don't need no more salt. Very tomatoey. I'm gonna add some pepper though. All right, I'm just gonna power it off, call that good, because it's gonna still be cooked in the slow cooker for a good hour and a half. All right, we got these. I'm gonna put in a bowl. We got our sauce. We got 2 pounds of mozzarella, and we're set up over here. So let's figure out how to put this thing together. Okay, now this is set up. We're gonna take 1 spoon of this sauce, put it right down in the bottom of it, and just mix it around. We're gonna be putting our ravioli on next. Okay, now we just got to cap this thing off. I'm gonna turn this thing up to high, and we'll just come back in about an hour and a half. That's what they say, and that's what we're gonna go by. All right, we'll be back. All right, time's up. Let's take a look. I mean, it looks hot. I'm sure it's fantastic. Let's dish it up. Well, that was certainly a lot of fun, and you can absolutely use jarred sauce. It would be a lot quicker. Just throw it all together and you're good to go, but I had to go with the homemade sauce. So anyway, it's dinner time. I haven't eaten yet, and I'm gonna give this a try. The cheese in the ravioli kind of acts like a ricotta. It's pretty good. Like I said, if you just use the jar sauce, you don't want to go through the hassle of making your own sauce, this would be really good, really quick, really easy, and
very inexpensive. And it makes a bunch. Definitely going to be eating it for lunch for the next few days at work. All right, guys. Well, if you like my video, do me a favor, like and subscribe, and leave me a comment with any recipe suggestions that you might have that you'd like to see me make. And until next time, you guys have a great night.